We all want to leave a legacy. Today's Nancy's Corner guest chose an independent project which he dedicated to the preservation and the memories of Mexican Indigenous textiles. Please welcome Bob Freund, who joins us via Skype today from Santa Rosa, California. Welcome, Bob.
Hi, Nancy. Thanks so much for having me on. It's a real honor.
It's our pleasure. You're a historian, and you've chosen your life's work to gather textiles from Mexico and explain to our viewers why you did this.
Okay, well, in 2000, I began documenting my large collection of textiles village by village. And as I went to these villages, I realized that the grandmothers were the ones that were wearing the costume, and the granddaughters were in Nike t-shirts and jeans
Sure.
and sneakers, and they didn't want anything to do with it. And so it was going to go by the wayside. So I decided that it was time to do an intensive study of this. So I've done 750 villages at least.
And we have several images to share with our viewers. The first from the ethnic group of the Nazateca. Brilliant colors, great running stitches, great hand stitches, and explain this beautiful gown.
Okay, that is called a huipil, and it's a traditional garment that's basically hand embroidered, originally hand woven material. It's got cross stitching and running stitch, depending on the taste of the embroiderer. And then they apply across the chest and the bottom of the huipil a series of ribbons which identify the regional or the town that they come from. And additionally, you don't see it there, but there's also a wrap skirt that goes underneath it, a red and with striped wrap skirt that's also hand woven.
You know, weaving, hand stitching, applique, we're going to see it all. And this next image shows a beautiful coverlet as well as shawl using the same stitching.
Right, that's from the town of Hueyapan, Puebla. It's a Nahua Indian group, and they have a very traditional society there, and they've become quite good at doing coverlets like that, and that's a cross stitch. That one there is particularly cross stitch. That's one of the larger types. They basically work on shawls for the most part, or what they call rebosos, which are done with a chain stitch or a cross stitch on wool, which is either hand spun or bought and woven on backstrap looms or treadle looms.
This is a project that takes, I would say, years to create something this large.
I've been working on it for 15 years.
But even the women to create the garments, amazing, amazing. In Santa Teresa, there's a festival, and these women are attending the festival in their native gowns.
Right, they're the wives of the mayordomos, or the leaders of the festival, and part of the responsibility is that they feed everybody in the village. That everybody that those buckets are full of food that they're giving. It's the garment itself is applique. The designer, the person that wants to have the piece made, basically picks out the material, and then they cut it out and they give it to a seamstress who applies it. And it also has designs placed on there by in a linear fashion by treadle machines, because there's no electricity in those regions.
And you've collected a great number, and you've donated the collection. Explain how others can appreciate and sometime hopefully see your collection.
Okay, well, right now it's in the process of going to the Middle America Research Institute at Tulane University, which anybody that walks in there can go see it. They have an enormous collection of textiles from what's called Mesoamerica, Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Mexico and Guatemala primarily. And so anybody that wants to go there and see it can go there and just say, I want to see the collections, and they can just tell them which one, and they'll pull it out and show it to you. They're desperate for people to come and study this stuff. That's what it's there for. It's to preserve it forever.
Well, Bob, I thank you for doing this so that we all can appreciate it and enjoy it in the future. Thanks for being on Sewing with Nancy.
Well, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I know that you can't always watch Sewing with Nancy at this time, and that's why my show is available on demand at nancyzeman.com. You can also sign up to receive sewing and quilting updates on my blog and other social media platforms. Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.
Visit Nancy's website at nancyzeman.com to see additional episodes, Nancy's blog, and more. Sewing with Nancy, TV's longest-airing sewing and quilting program with Nancy Zeman.